All right. Now, I'm going to be honest. When I first saw this, and shout out to Grums for bringing this to my attention, because otherwise I don't know if I would have seen it. I also saw afterwards, actually, that Sutter and Craig shared it. So multiple people started sharing it. But Grums was the first place that I saw it. And he said the dev team is basically throwing away their studio launch plaques for Concord now. Now, here we have when you are on the development team of a game at a major game studio where they have a physical edition of the game, this is typically something a game studio will do. Where if you're on the core game dev team, one of the main people working on it, typically it's a handful, like we're talking like 15 to 25 people. They will create these plaques with your name engraved on them as like a celebration for making the game get to a gold status, which means that it's like been printed at the machines and it's ready to be shipped. And they did it apparently with Concord. and and somebody threw it away at Goodwill because it's on the Goodwill auction site, which I don't think that's something you can do unless you give it away, which means that Chelsea Grace, it says founding free gunner, North Star crew, worldwide Concord launch, August 23rd, 2024 on Shop Goodwill, has basically thrown this out to Goodwill. And I would be lying to you guys if I was saying I did not want this, because I really want this. I mean, I think this is amazing. I think this is amazing. And this comes from the first post that I saw from it was Grum's sharing it, but it says one of the Concord devs donated their commemorative launch plaque to Goodwill, and I can't stop laughing about it. So this post was 13 hours ago and has about 9,000 likes on it. And we have a link, guys. Now, I'm going to bring up the page first of when I had this loaded up earlier today. For those of you that didn't see this, take a guess at what it's at right now. It has 6 days left on it, and it has 20 bids. Starting bid was at $1. I was thinking maybe it'd be like 30 or 40 bucks. Maybe I'm like, oh, it's Goodwill, it's plaque. It might be at $100. As of like 4 hours ago, it was at $326. And I have not refreshed this, but I don't know. Can you zoom in on this? See if I open the image in a new tab. It doesn't let me. It just downloads it when I click open in a new tab. Awesome website, Goodwill. So 326. This was like 5 hours ago, 4 hours ago. Let me refresh it. It's at 406. It's at 406. And it has 5 days and 22 hours left on it. And I'm telling you guys, this is one of those things. It's kind of a wild card, but I could totally see this being very valuable down the road. It could end up being completely worthless as well. Like let's be real. There's gaming memorabilia is a dime a dozen, but this is one of those things that is just so unique, where it's rumored to have lost upwards of $400 million with the development and launch of it, plus marketing budget, plus Sony purchasing the studio that was called probably Monsters. And then turning that into Firewalk Studios. This is a piece of gaming history. It's a piece of gaming history. What would you pay for this? Like, sure, it's not one of a kind, but it's definitely very limited edition. Like I said, typically 15 to 25 of these are made. For a game like Concord. Maybe they made 50 of them or 60 of them for the team because it is a pretty big team. But either way, chances are it's under 100 of these that are out there. And that being the case, it's a very unique piece of memorabilia. It's a piece of something, I tell you that. Vowels No Vowels says over 500 would be too much, but I could justify 500 for it. I can guarantee you this goes for way over 500. And not just because of what it is, but because of the attention that this has been garnering online. Ever since I saw Grumps post it, then Stuttering Craig post it, I saw a lot of other people start sharing it and putting it everywhere. And now everyone knows about this. I think 5,000 is not a crazy bet. It'll probably be less than 5,000. But if I had to guess, I could see this going for around $3,000. I mean, think about it like this. Earthbound in box costs around, like sealed and not sealed, but in really good condition, costs around $2,500 right now. And that's just a Super Nintendo game, and they made thousands and thousands of those. So, like hundreds of thousands of those. So, I would say this being so limited, I could see, I would guess if I had to go over under 3,000, it's going to be right around 3,000, I bet. But to be safe, I'll say over 3,000. But it's going to be really close if I had to guess. Kira says that plaque would look great on your wall, Smash JT. You bet your ass. if I were to get this, because I probably will throw a bid in on it, like if it stays around this area for the next 5 days, I might throw like a 420, 450 kind of thing out just to see. I'm not gonna win it. I'm definitely not gonna win it. But if I were to win it for the 450 or 500 or whatever I threw at it, this would be in the background of every video I did. Oh man. But yeah, this is a piece of gaming history. And whoever wins this, unless they're like one of those hermit like game collectors, it will be known. The gaming community, it will be known who wins this. They're gonna put it on social media and they're gonna let people know it was me. Cesar says I might drop 1K. See right there, I'm already out. Although, I don't know. My daughter really wanted a Taylor Swift guitar at the school auction. And that went for, and it was signed by Taylor Swift. And that went for like $1,100. And I put a bid for $1,050. And I got outbid at the last second for $1,100. And I was like, damn it. But then I was like, well, I saved $1,100. And what the hell am I going to do with a Taylor Swift guitar for my daughter? Like, sure, it's great, but she'll probably ruin it anyways because everything she gets destroyed right now. So, but if I was going to pay $1,100 for a Taylor Swift guitar, maybe I could justify $1,100 for this too. How big was the guitar? It was a life-size guitar. It was an actual guitar that she played in a concert. And it was like super cheap because it was like a local school like fundraising thing. So only the school was bidding on it. I should have upped my bid on it. But yes, it was a full-size guitar. But I just think this is interesting because very rarely do you get pieces like this that show up. So when it does, it's like, oh, not only am I curious about personally maybe tossing a bid in, but I like to get like a temperature check on the overall greater community on what people are thinking because it's so stupid. It's so dumb. This is completely useless. And it's the equivalent of lighting money on fire. But at the same time, you could argue so is buying a Rembrandt. It's like you put it on your wall, it's a painting. It's like, what do you do with it? Nothing. It's a painting. Well, this is kind of the same thing. What do you do with it? Well, you put it on your wall, and it's a moment of gaming history. Don't lie, Smash. You're a Swifty. I've already admitted I like Taylor Swift. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say I'm a Swifty, but yes, the chat has already been calling me Swifty JT before tonight. So I don't know. The more I'm watching this, the more I want it. I should probably stop talking about it. Big Buddhist for another 5. Does every game dev get one of these plaques for every game they work on? I was today years old when I discovered this was a thing. No, not every studio does it. Typically, it's the major AAA game studios, and not even every AAA game studio does it. But it's becoming more and more of a norm where it's not necessarily a plaque with the game in it, but there's some sort of like a trophy of sorts where they like give you the plaque with your name and something up like a character on the game and a trophy or something to memorialize the moment of you worked on that game and that time has now passed. It's becoming more and more of a thing, and I could see that becoming like something that always happens in the future. Back when I was in the game industry, like foot on the ground in the industry, it was not really a huge thing back then, but it's definitely become more of a thing in recent years. Jeremy's dream sister for the 5-banger. That plaque is the Enron building sign of Concord. It'll hit $2,000 easy. I'm telling you, it will hit $2,000 easy, and I wouldn't be surprised if it passes $3,000. If it starts getting to the $4,000 and $5,000, I'd be like, damn. Now we're saying all this. Watch it get to like $9,800 or $10,500. There's something disgusting. If it gets to that, I mean, if I worked on the dev team, I'd be wondering if I should sell mine. Because damn.